Welcome to our broadcast. I'm your host, Michael Lange, and this is Oakland Is. Today we'll be discussing the Buddhist perspective on meditation that heals the hearts and the minds of African American people and their supporters. And with me is a very special guest, Yogi Choyin Rangdrol, who will express to us through a Buddhist perspective a kind of a state-of-the-state address, particularly as it affects the rising interest in Buddhism around the world, and also how it relates to us here in the United States. And I want to welcome you to the program.
Thank you.
Yeah. You know, this is a very interesting program where we'll get a chance to get the insights, and we want to give you the benefit of the entire program. And if there are moments remaining towards the end of the program, we can certainly discuss questions.
Okay.
Okay. So please share with us your perspectives.
It's traditional to start any kind of talk about the Buddhism with chanting. So if you don't mind, I would like to do a little bit, and then I will begin. Manopalia benzo sato teno pa shidon shidon meba wasu tukaya meba wasu bukaya meba wa anarata meba wasa wasidi meba yasa sawa kamasu me shidon shidon kuru hong ha ha ho bhagawan sawa tata gata benzo mame manzo benzo baha mahasamiyata so ha hom benzo sato zamaya manopalia benzo sato teno pa shidon shidon meba wasu tukaya meba wasu bukaya meba wa anarata meba wasa wasidi meba yasa sawa kamasu me shidon shidon kuru hong ha 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 ho Bhagawan Sawatata Gata Benza Mame Monza Benza Bawa Mahasamiyata Soha. Okay. First of all, thank you for having me today. And certainly I did want to make a distinction in terms of my motivation for being here. And I've been a meditator now for 30 years. And I live a very happy life as a result. And so as a young man, I was trained by the people in my neighborhood because I was an only child in a single-parent household. I grew up in the street. And my neighbors told me it was important to always remember your community. And at some point in your life, if you have the opportunity to have something of merit, something that is worth sharing with people, that you should always come back and share. And so, although I'm not a wealthy man, I do have my meditation, and it's brought me much happiness, and my motivation for being here is to share how someone can start as a street young man and all that entails, and wind up sitting peacefully in meditation. So, my title today, The Buddhist Perspective on Meditation That Heals the Hearts and Minds of African People and Their Supporters, is really kind of just an overview of some of the, I think, most important issues to people in our community. And I do realize, what kind of person or group would purposely divide another group against their, so, you know, from the Buddhist perspective, the suffering is both ways.
Oh, absolutely.
And there was one of the first Buddhists to really extract the understanding of the nature of the sky in relationship to Buddhism. His name was Garib Dorje. He said it was three things. And when you look at the issue of young people being able to write and read, you must look deeper into self-esteem. It is the basis of the breakdown of their self-esteem that does not give them the foundation, which is the motivation in order to learn what is needed to learn. So again, we're talking about that their minds have been divided before they knew they had a mind. So Garib Dorje said this. He said that there are three phases to really coming to a true understanding of the function of coming to your own individuation. And by individuation, I mean, is your mind on cable TV? For plugged in by other people, or are you your own producer? So now,
please write that down and go on. Oh man, that's so deep.
The issue is, as Garib Dorje said, that there's three phases. One that, and it has nothing to do with age. It is a human responsibility, or even for our young people, that we must teach them, and we must know and teach them through our own actions, because you can't talk to them. You have to embody it. That you must assess your own mind to know whether, in fact, it's plugged in for you or you're producing it yourself. Exactly. The first step is assessment. Exactly. Once having clearly assessed the state and the function of your mind, then you have to do what I was talking about Malcolm did. You must decide what you want your mind to be. This is Garib Dorje talking. Then, having decided that you want to be your own producer, the third phase is you must have confidence in your decision. Mm-hmm. Now we know if you have, if you are, say, you are feeling sad and you're thinking about sad things, your energy in your body disappears. If you're feeling well-being and enthusiasm and your mind is happy, you have energy in your body. So from the Buddhist perspective, that means is that your body follows your mind. Absolutely. So it is the condition of our minds ultimately that is at stake. And where we as a culture have lost is the ability to really teach our young people about their own mind. Because to the extent that someone else controls it, they control their bodies too. And as you control the body, you control the culture, you control the society, and so forth. So in brief, and this could be a week-long discussion, teaching on how this works. Fundamentally, it is us not really understanding the nature of our mind and how it functions and how it is programmed, and not being able to provide as role models from our own understanding what our young people should know, and not giving them the kind of information that they need in order to decide, because we do not know what the future will hold. We can truly not teach them what's going to happen when we're gone, but we can prepare them to understand that the nature of their mind will lead them wherever they want to go, and that this is a precious commodity, more precious than gold, more valuable than all the riches of the world, because if you don't have your mind, right, you ain't got anything. This is why when we became slaves, they took our dance. They took our dance. Oh yeah, and our rituals. They took our religion. Our rituals. They took our language. Yes. You understand? They were not necessarily taking the dance, and they were taking our minds. What is needed in order to return our minds to ourselves is already in us. Mm-hmm. We do not need to look anywhere. Yeah, nowhere. The mind is capable of healing itself. That's right. This is a profound revolutionary thought.
This is very powerful, because I'm thinking about the civil rights movement again in terms of this ability to move forward and to believe that it would happen. And when you said that the individual, we have that power already, but part of it is that there are periods where